Yeah. What's the word, y'all? You already know what it is. It's your boy Big Will. We're back with another episode, Life After Prison TV. Let's get it started. But before we get into the video, do me a favor. You know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that notification bell. It's all free. It helps the channel. It helps me. It helps me grow. Even if you're not interested in me or the channel, just do me that solid. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the. Let's go. Let's go on the inside. Let's hit this video. For this video, we're gonna be talking about checking in when you get to prison, right? So, death from 23 and 1, lockdown 23 and 1. Death made a video, and he was talking about when he had got to the unit, people calling him like, hey, that money that you owe so-and-so from playing on the poker game, you give it to me now, because he was in a different unit, right? And it don't matter if you go to one jail, if you're in county and you're getting sentenced to go back to county, or you're going upstate. No matter what it is, there's buses, right? When you're in the courtroom and shit, when you're in a holding tank, and people know, you know, when you're in prison, you're in lockdown and shit. People know you and stuff, you know. Not everybody knows you and knows who you are and stuff, but someone might see you from their unit. Someone might know you from playing on a poker game. I'm sorry. Someone might see you, you know, messing with the gangs and stuff. No, you owe their boy money. And word travels, you know, like you go to court, like I said, and you're expecting to get sentenced and go to a different unit or shit like that. People in your unit will send kites over to different units. Hey, so-and-so's, you know, coming into your unit today. He owes me such and such. They send kites. They'll send them through the window when people are walking by to go to the yard. Things like that. If there's workers and they're running out, they'll hand them a kite, and it's their job to go pass it to people, right? So when you get to the unit, before you even touch down and put your bags down, people are already clocking into you. Whoa, hey, ho, bo. You know, people know. They check out the workers, right? The unit workers, so to speak. If they're cool with the guards because they've been a unit worker for a certain amount of time, they'll see the list of who's coming to the unit. And they know, you know, John, Jimmy, you know, Tony's coming. Tony Sousa's coming. He owes, he just left so-and-so. He owes money. Hey, Tony's coming over. He owes me money. Make sure you get it. We're in the same gang. You keep it. Or, hey, you're my boyfriend in the neighborhood. You keep it. Or, hey, so send it over to me on chow or whatever. Get it to me. You take a cut, but get that money. He thinks, you know. So things like that happen, right? But when you, but what they want you to do, so for instance, I had gotten sentenced, right? And people, if you see me in person and stuff like that, right? A lot of people think I'm Spanish. They talk to me in Spanish. I'm Italian and Irish, right? And French, Italian, and Irish is what I am, right? French on my father's side, Italian and Irish on my mother's side. So a lot of times people will be talking and they'll just look at me and they'll start talking Spanish. You know, and I'm like, nah, English, bro. I don't understand Spanish. Even though I've grown up in the projects my whole life, and I've been around the Puerto Ricans, I've lived with them. A lot of them are my best friends. They were childhood anyways, teens and shit. But you know, I always grew up with the Puerto Ricans. I have an uncle and an aunt who are brother and sister that is married to my father's brother and my father's sister. So my father, his brother, is married to a Puerto Rican woman, and his aunt, my aunt, which is my Uncle Dana's sister, Michelle, she's married to Abby, and Dana's married to Shorty. Dana and Michelle are brother and sister. Shorty and Abe are brother and sister, right? But Shorty and Abe are Puerto Ricans, and it goes, you know, it's like that. But I've grown up with the Puerto Ricans my whole life. You know, like I said, family integrated. We were that close. We were so close. Like I said, we were like family, right? But anyways, I don't know Spanish. I know some words. I know, very, very minimal Spanish. I can hear it, but I can't speak it, right? There's a lot of things I can hear and understand, but I can't speak it. So anyways, I get into a unit, and before I even put my bag down, I look and the Latin Kings are all over me. There's 8 or 10 of them. Yo, what set you on? Who you with? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at this guy. And first they start speaking in Spanish to me. And I'm like, yo, English, right off the rip. Oh, yeah, no boricua? No, I'm English. I'm Italian. All right, yo, where'd you come from? The streets. Why? Yo, what set you with? Who you with? I don't gangbang, bro. I don't gangbang. Oh, you're not Spanish? They wanted me to get with the Latin Kings, right? Nah. All right. Bye. Peace. Da. We'll see it. They leave my room. They leave my cell. I went to a dorm unit at that point. It was a dorm. There was 8 guys in a cell. I was in Dartmouth House of Correction. So, I'm looking like, what the fuck is this? What? I didn't tap in. I didn't check in with the I didn't check in with the gang leaders to show, yo, I'm coming to this unit. Who do I got? Like, I don't play that gang shit and stuff, right? But the thing is that people know, right? So I was in 2010. I was in 2007. I'm sorry, 2007. I was in. I went in the middle of 2016. 2007 I was in. I got 2.5 years. I was in. So I went from Greens, which is you're awaiting trial. You're in Greens, you're awaiting trial. You got, like no movement. You got to stay in the unit. You can get a unit job as a worker, but it doesn't count towards good time. None of that shit. Once you get sentenced, you go into TANs. Or if you're a suicide, person, you go into orange. Or if you're, an ICE individual, you go in yellow, right? So I go into TANs, and now when I was in Greens, when I got locked up, I got locked up for selling drugs, right? But when I went in, I had shit being sent into me, right? So, I was making moves on the inside. Well, when I leave the unit, I was a cellmate with my uncle, right? And I had money out in the unit. People owed me. They owed canteen, blah blah blah. So when I left the unit, I said to my uncle, this dude, these are the people that owe me. You're my uncle. When you collect it, you keep it for canteen, because I used to take care of them. You keep it for your canteen, stock your canteen up. No problem. Well, we would be able to communicate, like I said, through the windows or passing period or something. We're going to the yard, you'd see that, the unit was facing the yard, you'd be able to see him. So, you would yell at the window, yo. So I'm talking to him, and I'm like, yo, what's up with Chris? He like, nah, he didn't pay. Now, Chris comes to the unit, he goes to court, he gets sentenced, right? A week or two later, he goes to court, he gets sentenced. Now he's coming over to TANs, he's coming over to my unit, my side, not necessarily my unit, but he's coming over to my side. Well, it just so happened I was in a working block. This is where Chris come over. You go to the working block so you can start earning good time. You get 10 days good time for, getting a job, making your bed, go to school, blah, blah, blah. Keeping your cell clean, you get 10 days good time, right? So I'm in the unit waiting, and I get a kite. Yo, Chris went to court. He's coming over in TANs. yo, you collected that, right? Nah, he didn't pay. I'm like, what? He didn't pay? So the kid comes in. Well, he ends up coming to my unit. When he does, there's already 2 or 3 guys that want to fight with him, right? So we already all know he's coming. Like I said, we get a list from the gods who's coming to the unit, and we check out, oh, this one owes, this one owes this one, that one's in a gang, that one owes that one, and we check to see if there's any homeboys coming. Oh, we got to make a peace package for them, care package. We got to get, sweats and sneakers and a radio and, cosmetics to start them off and all this shit. We check to see if anybody's coming off the streets who just got sentenced, who haven't been on a detainer or, no bail. So we get word, Chris is coming over to me, and I'm not going to put his last name out there because it was a fucked up thing that happened to the kid, right? So he comes over, and he's got beef with this kid, Joey. And shout out Joey Beauregard, he knows who I'm talking about, right? So anyways, he comes in. Now, I'm like, yo, Chris is coming in. As soon as he gets in, I'm piecing him up, right? He owes a bill, I'm piecing him up. Well, Joey's like, oh, I got smoke with him from the street. Well, let me go with him first. Let me, hey, no problem. I don't care if you go first. Second. When he comes in, he's getting pieced up. No problem. So he comes in, and right away, he sees, like the 3 to 4 of us that he knows, oh, fuck off, I owe these people, right? Me and Joey have an issue. He's not thinking he owes me. He doesn't think he owes me because he paid the bill with my uncle. My uncle tells me he didn't pay, though. So he comes in, him and Joey start fighting. Bing, bing, bing. He gets the best of Joey. He hits Joey with a couple of pieces. Bing, bing. Gets the best of him. Breaks Joey's nose. Gives him a raccoon. Da, da, da. Well, when he does, a good friend of mine, Johnny Ponce, rest in peace, Johnny Ponce, he's passed away. He didn't like the kid. So when he hit Joey and he went down, again, he doesn't even know he has to fight me yet, right? Johnny don't like him. Johnny's like, bing, bing, bing. He pieces the kid up. Bing, bing, bing. Now, he pieces the kid up. The kid's all fucked up. Bing, bing, bing. He's in the corner. The cop, all right, I'm sorry. I'm staying with cop deuces. Da, da, da. Johnny just didn't like the kid. Now he's like, you think he's gonna walk out of the cell? I'm like, nah, dude, you owe me. No, I paid the bill. Nah, you don't. No, I can't confirm. I'm not doing it. And you don't give someone a chance. Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna settle this later and all. This is prison. This. When it goes down, when you get down, it goes down. When you see somebody, it's on site. It's not like there's no. We're gonna fight later at 6 o'clock. That happened to a kid he was in there. He was claiming different gangs, and he said he was from upstate New York, blah blah blah. And he was claiming GDs. He went to a different unit. He was claiming Crips, and went to another unit. He was claiming Bloods and da da da. So he ends up in a unit with me, and he's going around saying, yeah, I got that fire dope, blah, 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 was heroin at the time. I got that fire dope, and my boy come in, and my boy was sick, right, Damien? He was sick, straight, like, say, oh, curled up, shaking, oh, he's got a kick now. I said to the kid, because I was in there, I had money, I was making moves, I said to the kid, listen, yo, man, this is a totally different, case. This was in 2015 when I went in. So I'm looking at the kid, and I wasn't doing nothing at that time, right? I was all done. I got raided, but I wasn't having nothing brought in at the time, right? I just come in, and I was getting bailed out, so I didn't even go that route. So I said to the kid, yo, listen, if your shit's good, this I want to taste her. My boy gets off E. If he gets off, he's not sick, I'll take everything you got. No, you got to call your people and have them send money to me. Have them send money to my canteen. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? I'm going to send you money. You're going to check out of the unit. You're going to take off my money, right? Nah, it doesn't go. Come on, man. We're all in the same place here. We know how it goes down. Nah, so he keeps playing this role, Finally, he's like, all right. So he comes over and he hands me a crushed up sleeping pill from the nurse. Yeah, he cheeked some sleeping pills and he crushed it up. It was yellow, and he comes in, he hands me out a napkin real quick, and he takes off as a tester. I open it up, and there's like 3 or 4 of us guys there, and we're looking like, what the fuck? And my friend's sick, and he's like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This kid, you know, I look at the kid, I'm like, yo, man, this is garbage. This is not even what we're looking for, but you want to try it? So the kid tries, oh, my nose is burning, a whole bunch of shit. So I go into defensive mode now. Motherfucker, you try to rob me. So I go to bust the kid up. Well, he's in the middle of like 10 or 12 Crips, and he's in the bathroom. Now he's claiming Crip, right? No, he's a Crip. I go in, and they're all like, yo, man, listen, we can't let this happen. I'm like, listen, man, it's going down. The kid's getting dusted, whether these guys jumped me or what. Now, I had been there for a little bit with these guys, so, you know, I knew them from prior bids and shit like that. I knew them. They knew me. We had respect, you know what I'm saying? I was not a gang member. I didn't join gangs, and you know, they respected that I stood on business by myself, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, I had friends there, and don't get me, you know, and shit like that, but my last name resonates in the city that I'm from, in the prison system. I got family, my brothers, my father's been in prison half his life, you know, state, county, my brother's state, county, prison. We've been through the prison system. My name resonates, right? So I get a lot of respect in and out of prison, right? So people just know me there and stuff. So, and the guys, oh, listen, when I start talking to the top Crip in the unit, and he's like, I'm like, yo, man, this kid tried to rob me. You know, you know what it is. It's got to go down. You know, this kid's already in the other unit claiming GD. Come on, now he's claiming Crip. He said tripping. You guys, whatever. And the guy's like, listen, man, I respect you. I've known you for a while. I want to check I want to do a check on him. I want to see if who he's Crip. He's passing out some names. I just want to check with, you know, my peoples from the streets and stuff, see if anybody knows this guy. He's like, just give me till chow time. I'm gonna make some phone calls, you know, check in with other people, and if he's no good, there's a green light, I'll let you know. He said you can take him out. If you want, I'll have one of my guys take him out. And I'm like, nah, I want this. The kid tried to rob me. You know what I'm saying? He kept trying to have me send money. This was going on for hours. Oh, you know, send money. Have your people send money. And I'm like, nah. So, you know, he ends up trying to rob me. So he goes to chow. They come back, and the guy tells me, hey, Will, he's got a green light. You know, do what you want. And I'm like, fine. Right away, I shoot down to the kid's cell. As I walk into a cell, he's one of them people. Wait. Hey, we're going to fight. 8 o'clock. What? What do you think? This is a date? Right away, I just start firing up. Bang, bang, bang. I break his jaw. The kid's screaming, Herb Hosea. He's calling the cop. You know, I hit him. He falls out on the tier. He's out on the top tier. The cop sees him, calls a code. You know, right away, the cops come running. I had blood all over me. The kid was bleeding. And, you know, he was all fucked up. I walked over. The cops came. I cuffed up. I didn't fight the cop. I didn't fight the teams. And I ended up going for a whole thing. But the whole thing was, like I was saying, you don't make it's saying a date and stuff. You don't make a date. You know what I'm saying? When you're gonna get down and stuff, you're gonna fight. You get that. That's what you do, right? So, but you know, I'm like, it's you know, the prior story. Oh, you gotta check in, and what do I gotta check in when I come in to see what's going on? And you know, come on, man, what kind of shit is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you get to a unit now, so. With the kid Chris, nah, I paid what I paid. I swear to God, I paid. And I'm like, listen, man, I'm not waiting until later to say, oh, I'll check on my uncle to find out you checked out and then you beat me. Long story short, I fired the kid up, right? Well, he ends up checking out of the unit anyways, because he got a beaten by Johnny first, then he got a beaten by me, and he just fought Joey. So the kid was all busted up, right? He left the unit. He didn't want to stay around. He knows that he paid me. I don't know this. So I send word over the next day. Whoa, to my uncle. Whoa. This kid's saying he paid. Nah, he didn't pay, I swear to God. Comes to find out, there's another guy that was on the bus. He was in another unit. When this kid Chris checked out, he went to another unit. He was talking to the guy Bobby, and Bobby sent word. He's like, Will, I was there when he paid. He said he paid your uncle. Your uncle's trying to pull a fast one. He's trying to keep the money. And I'm like, are you fucking serious? It's like, Will, I got nothing to do with it. The kid got it beaten anyways, but he paid your uncle. So I'm like, listen, green light on my uncle, and send that. I tell my uncle straight out, yo, there's gonna be some guys visiting you. You gotta get it in. Now my uncle's like fucking 6'4", 6'5", almost 300 pounds. He's a big guy, but he's such a pussy. He's such a lame. He don't know how to fight. He's just a big guy. He tries to run it off the name of my family. He was an addict. He was a junkie. He actually set me up in 2016. Got me I was facing 3 to 20 for my third time habitual offender. Possession with intent to deliver, delivery. And the only thing that saved me was that they passed the law of with the drugs. We had a big case there was a case in Massachusetts with the lady in the lab. Her name was Annie Dukin. These guys can look it up. She was not testing any drugs when people got arrested, when they got caught with shit. She ended up going to jail. She ended up getting exposed, and she got caught, and she ended up going to jail. But so many people in her that she had cases with testing their drugs, so many of the people, their charges got overturned because it was found out that she wasn't testing drugs, so a lot of people were getting convicted, and people were saying, oh, it was not drugs, it was cut or whatever, but they couldn't say that what you had was class A, B, C, whatever. They couldn't charge you with it because there was no proof that it was real. You know what I'm saying? There was no proof that you had heroin. You could have had flour, and they didn't know. You could have been saying you have coke, and really you have baby powder. They couldn't prove it. So all the cases that she had, so many cases got overturned, right? And the charges got dropped. So my third habitual offender, which I got direct indicted right away. I was facing the trafficking charges, 3 to 20, once I would have went to court. One of my charges got dropped. So I only had the two, that only made my second habitual offense, right? And I ended up copping out. And making a deal. So they actually dropped the school zone, delivering a school zone, to just possession. There was no intent, there was no delivery, so it was just simple possession. So I ended up dropping. I ended up getting only 2.5 years instead of the 3 to 20. I ended up copping on taking the 2.5. But that was my uncle. Like I said, he was a confidential informant in my case. He was a reliable confidential informant. I was the 7th person that he set up, and he had raided. It's fucked up, man. He was homeless. I had him living with me. I took care of him, and he ended up setting me up. He made 2 controlled buys off me and had my house raided. Fucked me up, took me away from my family. I ended up I bailed out and ended up beating the brakes off him. And he actually went to the police, the detective that he was working for, and told him, listen, my nephew, somebody leaked that I was a CI to my nephew, and he beat the brakes off me, and I ended up getting charged with intimidating a witness and a whole bunch of shit. It was a fucked up case, man. I ended up hiring 2 lawyers for that case. One lawyer to fight the drug charge. One lawyer I hired $10,000 just to find out who my CI was. That's all I was interested in. I knew I was guilty of selling the drugs, and I'm a man. When I get charged, I face my time, right? I don't hide. I don't try and, I wasn't, I'm not guilty. If I can beat it, I can beat it. But if I'm guilty, listen, man, I'm not gonna try and fight it. And if there's no way for me to beat it, I'll take the charge. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm guilty. But I hired a lawyer just to find out who the CI was, and he knew someone in the police department, and bang bang boom, I ended up finding out that it was my uncle. And yeah, I beat the brakes off him, and he ended up having me charged with intimidating a witness. And I don't see him to this day. And the only reason why I don't retaliate, or I don't do something stupid, so to speak, is because I know he's a rat. He is a teller, right? He already set me up. He told on me. He told that I beat the brakes off him, and he had me charged with intimidating a witness. So I know if I do something to him, he's gonna have me charged, and I'm gonna go back to jail. And trying to, I've been out since 2018, and I'm not trying to go back. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stay off my son. My daughters have had me in and out of their life, back in and out of prison. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to break the cycle with my son, and stay away from all the crime. I'm trying to do stay on the the straight and narrow, and do this YouTube, and that's my life now. But I work normal jobs. I'm out doing DoorDash right now, but yeah, that whole checking in, and the whole thing was that did a video about one kid went from one prison to another, and within 24 hours he was dead. I guess he owed somebody something from one prison. He went to another, he transferred. Word got over there, gets over there by kites or someone else on the bus where you're going. Words get over there. One person calls home, someone else calls their man, they call home. It's just, they go back and forth. People do 3 ways, and you talk to so-and-so from jail, and there's so many genuine ways of doing it, and this kid ended up going into one prison to another, and they beat him to death. So the whole point of this video is to check in the prison. Like, they really want you to check in as soon as you get in. Yo, I'm a Blood, I'm a Crip, I'm a GD, who's the boss? I gotta check in. Hey, here I am, I'm ready to, join the gang and get busy. Oh, who are you? Oh, you're a white guy? You want to join the crazy white boys? Nah, I'm not into that shit. Don't try to gang me up. I know how to take care of myself. Been out of the streets, that's what I'll do. Don't get me wrong, I'll fight with yous if it's ever a race thing, but gang wise, nah, that's not for me. I don't check in with nobody, sorry to say. But let me know what you all think. You think people should have to check in the gangs when they get to prison? You think you should have to check in and say, I'm here, I'm Spanish, and I'm here to join the Latin Kings, or just do your own thing, right? You get in, you just do your time, and that's it, right? This whole checking in things, even cities, and I'm gonna go and check in. What the? This is a free country. It's a free country. We need to check in. That shit's crazy. Shit's crazy to me. But I guess when you join them gangs and the politics they play, that's the rules you set up for, right? And you do. The only problem with that is half of the people that go to prison and join gangs because they can't do prison time alone, they ain't solid. When they get out on the streets, they ain't solid. They ain't, you know, they'll see the homeboy on the street and be like, yo, I'm a blood, just to let other people know they're tapped in, or I'm a Crip, and you know, as soon as the gang needs you to do something, or they're not part of it. They're not with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up. But let me know what you all think. It's kind of a long video, but I'll let you all go. It's your boy Big Will. Again, don't forget, do me that solid. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you all on the next one. Life After Prison TV. It's your boy Big Will. See you on the next one. Peace, people.